Powering talents of variety and comedy across the Cambridge Footlights.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the 1989 Footlights Revue, Back and Beyond.
Mickey Mouse Club, Mickey Mouse Club, Mickey Mouse Club, Mickey Mouse Club. Who's the leader of the club that's made for you and me? M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Come along and sing the song, it's easy as can be. M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck. Forever shall we hold his banner high, high, high. Come along and sing the song and join the jamboree. M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Labour Party, Labour Party. Who's the man with ginger hair who's got a lot to say? N-E-I-L-K-I-N-N-O-C-K. Who's the man whose party is in constant disarray? N-E-I-L-K-I-N-N-O-C-K. Neil Kinnock, Mickey Mouse, Neil Kinnock, Mickey Mouse. Forever hold the scarlet standard high, high, high. Who's the man who's keeping all the socialists at bay? N-E-I-L-K-I-N-N-O-C-K. Tory Party, Tory Party. Who's the member of the club who's a non-entity? D-O-U-G-L-A-S-H-U-R-D. Who's the man whose haircut is very silly? D-O-U-G-L-A-S-H-U-R-D. Douglas Hurd, Mickey Mouse, Douglas Hurd, Mickey Mouse. Forever see the front going high, high, high. Come along and sing the song of the Home Secretary. D-O-U-G-L-A-S-H-U-R-D. Liberal Party, SLDP. Liberal Democrats, Democrats, SDP. Who's the leader of the club that claims the centre ground? P-A-D-D-Y-A-S-H-E-O-W. Ready, Ashdown? Who's the leader of the club that claims the centre ground? D-A-V-I-D-O-W-E-N. Who's the leader of the club that claims the centre ground? D-A-V-I-D-S-T-E-L. David Steele. Who gives a toss? Who gives a toss? Nobody votes for them anyway. Help the folks round the seat, sit comfortably. I-T-S-T-A-G-S-T-A-R-T, it's the start.
Right, lads, you know what you're doing. You go into the house 2 a.m, do the job, get out quick. At 1:30, you go down the bottom of the garden where you'll find the tinselly dresses and the wands. Change immediately into the dresses so you're ready for action. Then proceed delicately towards the back door, which you'll have to force.
We should prance, yeah?
Prance and skip, like you showed us.
Yeah, the prancing and skipping's absolutely vital.
Right. Show us the plans again.
Right. Well, he's 7 years old, and the dental records indicate 2 loose front teeth here and here. Now, we think they're going to go either tonight or tomorrow night. So you may have to go in again. However, surveillance indicates he's been eating large quantities of toffee. So I'm betting on tonight. Now, have you got the sixpence?
Yeah. Where is this tooth exactly?
Dear, oh dear, call yourself a fairy?
Under the pillow.
Under the pillow. Correct. Right, so you know what you're doing. Trixie Bill here will move his head gently to one side. While you, Moonshine, grab the tooth. Then just get out of there. Routine operation.
Hey, what would happen if he woke up, yeah?
He won't. Not if you're careful. If he does, don't be afraid to use your wands. Wave them about. Then do a bit more skipping. The secret is to look fantastical. The more fantastical, the better. They'll never believe him in the morning.
Here's a song you might remember. Once I had a place to call my own. Sure, it wasn't Bucker's, but I called it out.
Just a small room
That's it, bud.
in a sanatorium in Friar Bonnet.
Once upon a time, I had a comfy bed.
All the tea that I could drink, a roof above my head. Just a doolally old man on prime commercial land. Those market forces I'm a drain on your resources. You with your CDs and your Porsches. You can't afford to pay for nurses for a codger like me. I'm decrepit. I'm too old to make a profit. Can't even make it to the toilet. I'm much too sick and old and ugly to be newsworthy, but I'm a faithful old workhorse. I'll swept your streets and forge your walls. Now I sleep out of doors. Number 1007 on the waiting list. I live in Box Town, alley cats and underdogs town, off the rails and on the rocks town, where the decrepit and doolally make their home in Cardboard Valley. Box Town, when expenditure is cut down and the hospitals are shut down. Well, I ain't got no country cousins to take care of me. 2 pies, please, bake person.
Oh, did I tell you? I went on this bakery crawl last night and I had 12 Cornish pasties.
12 Cornish pasties? Chuffing, Nora.
I was pigged out of my tree. I was absolutely stout. I was full as a newt. I was pugged as a pig. And I didn't even get indigestion.
You didn't get indigestion after 12 Cornish pasties? Chuff me.
No. At least I think it was 12 Cornish pasties. Come to think of it, I might have had 1 or 2 more. Aye! I had 19!
19 Cornish pasties? Chuffing, chuff. Well, I'll have trouble keeping up with you tonight, I can tell. My apple turnover toleration level's a bit low at the minute. I get dizzy after a few vanilla slices, me.
John? John? Aye. I'll have a Kipling's exceedingly good, thanks. Are you having one?
Well, just a shortcake.
Get away with you. Come on, John, get him a Kipling's exceedingly good and all. Oh, you're a gentleman and a true, John. Take that.
Oh. Chuff, that were quick.
Aye. John, I'll have another 2, thank you.
No, not for me. I'm driving.
One for me, and 1 for me. And 1 for me, and another 1 for me. 1 for me, and 1 for me. And 1 for me, and 1 for... Where was I? Ah, yes. Me. And 1 for me, and 1 for me. 1 for me, 1 for me, and 1 for me, and another 1 for me, and 1 for me. Don't move that hand! All right, I know you're in there. Come on, I'm not a fool, I'm not semi-witted, I wasn't born yesterday out. Come on. Right. I'm going to count to 3, and you'd better be out by then. 1. 2. 3. Oh, you'd better watch yourself, mate. You're not dealing with one of your namby-pamby civil servants now, you know. Oh, no, I'm the managing director of a large firm. Yes, Squeeze and Squeeze Limited. Yes, I went to a public school. I bet you never went to a public school, did you? No, I bet you went to one of those disgusting comprehensives where they used to sneer at the brainier pupils, the ones who wanted to get on and call them names like yuppie drawers and snivel features. Hey, get off! It's my money! It's my money! Give it back! Give it back this instant! Oh, look, let's discuss this like 2 adults, shall we? Man to hand. Drink? How about a little drinking, eh? Yes. Scotch, all right? There we go, we'll oil the wheels of negotiation there. There we are, it's a little tiny Scotchette. Yes? All right? Good. Cheers. Did you like that? How about being a good hand and giving me my money back? Oh, come on. I mean, the hand doesn't need money, does it? I mean, the gentleman needs money for tax purposes. There's another drink. Another drink. Yes, well, why not, eh? Why not have just a little snortful of... Right, you are. There we go. Money first, drink after, you see. That's the way we're playing it now. First the money, then the lovely drink, you see. Perfectly fair, I think that's perfectly fair. Has it what? You want me to come over there? Wants me to come over there? Well, You're going to give me something, are you? He's going to give me something, yes. What are you going to give me then, eh? Ah! Oh, very funny, yes. Only one way to deal with people like you. Right. That's it. It's the only thing they understand in the end. Iron hand and a velvet glove. That's the way to treat them. Come on, hurry up. I'm good all day. Yes, yes. Yes. Well, don't need to be like that. I mean, don't worry about the suit. I quite often have it laundered in whiskey. What? Oh, the money! Of course, yes, here. Oh, take it all. I mean, money doesn't buy you happiness after all, does it? No. What is it? Money, there we are. There. Oh, right, yes. No!
Start spreading the news. That's how the other song goes about New York. New York is a poxy hole compared to the town I love so well. Of course, I've never been there, but I'd never be seen there anyway. And that goes for Chicago, San Francisco and LA. 'Cause just about everywhere else in the world has been sung about, except for the one place in the world that I'm hung up about. So I must correct this strange imbalance. I can no longer rest in tearful silence. Harpenden, I long to see ya. Harpenden, you are so dear. Harpenden's a town quite near Letchworth. You've got a Woolies where I buy my clothes and an all-night garage that doesn't close, and the Letchworth road that goes to Letchworth. How I love your next for men's, it's chic. You've even got a chemist's and a bus shelter for when it's raining. Harpenden, you're my kind of city. Oh, well, you're not, but that's a pity, because you're quite pretty. And there's a constable, and if you spit, he'll give you a braiding. Harpenden, you are my kind of town, and I know you'll never let me down. Harpenden, what joy you give, half a mile in the sodden sieve. Can't understand those brats that live in Letchworth. 'Cause Letchworth is a poxy hole, it's full of deadbeats on the dole. It's not like Harpenden at all, it's much worse. I'll not forget the day I was abducted by a flying saucer and was taken to Uranus, which I was amazed to find was just the same as Harpenden. Well, would you believe it's a paradigm of the whole cosmic fabric? I'm so glad I happened in Harpenden. Let's swing it. H is for that poxy Hendon, A for poxy Abingdon, R is for my heart that's rending, P for what I know is pending, but it's E that gives that happy ending. In the end, I did it my way. Harpenden.
I'm gonna sing, I don't know why, 'cause after the match, you're gonna die.
Give us an H.
H.
Give us an E.
E.
Give us an L.
L.
Give us another L.
L.
Give us an O.
O.
Put them together and what do you get? Hello.
bottles will go in your face, bottles will go in your face.
You're going home in a Morris Minor. You're going home in a Morris Minor.
You're not singing, you're not singing, you're not singing anymore. You're not singing anymore.
I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony.
We hate you scumbags, we do. We hate you scumbags, we do. We hate you scumbags, we do. Oh, scumbags, we hate you.
I think you've been jolly rude, and I've a good mind to slap your legs.
That's a provocation, that, Sarge.
Let's book him.
It's a hard life. And it's a life being hard. And I've had it chuffing hard. I come from a broken home. I smashed it with a sledgehammer.
My father used to take me to the park to feed the ducks.
Fortunately, they only eat bread. I grew up with mental problems. I am, in fact, schizophrenic. One side of me kills people, the other one just injures them. Fatally. I went to the doctors the other day. I said, "Doctor, every time I go to football matches, I get involved in fights." He said, "You're prone to violent outbreaks, eh? Huh. Well, in that case, you'd better take something." So I do. An axe and a few darts. Got a joke for you now. What do you get if you cross a policeman with a car? About 10 years. But it's worth it. This bloke came up to me the other day and he said, "You just get your last some intimidating people." So I said, "Do you want to wear dentures?" And he laughed his head off. Well, his head came off anyway. His mate said, "You're an animal." So I said, "Ah," and I grazed on him. Violence is something that's close to my heart. I'll tell you another thing that's close to my heart. Drinking. Gonna do a little impression for you now. What's this? It's Saturday night. This bloke came up to me the other day and he said, "I bet you couldn't drink me under the table." So I put him in a liquidizer and I downed him under the Dorchester. Crash. Robin Day saw me drinking and fighting the other day. He said, "You're the sort of person that gives this country a bad name." Except he said it like Robin Day. I said, "Do you want to argue with a Doc Martin, mate?" So he had me shoe on question time. Made a lot more sense than the politicians. Chuffing hate politicians. I hate them almost as much as I hate Bonnie Langford. What goes clacker-ee, clacker-ee, clacker-ee? Bonnie Langford in a rotary cultivator. It's no wonder I've turned to drink and violence, though. I've had it hard in modern Britain. You look at us, right? You compare us with the States under George Bush. You look at those wealthy people like Bob Hope, Johnny Cash, and Stevie Wonder. You look at us. We've got Thatcher, no cash, no hope, and no wonder. Remember, it's a hard life. And it's a life being hard.
Of all the parts of an Englishman that foreigners admire, there's one that stands out from the rest, one the others can't acquire. His heart of oak, his nerves of steel, he justly is renowned for. But there's another little bit that matters just a whit. when foreign places he is bound for. It's a part he wouldn't take £1,000 for. Though he stands in direst peril or in awful diffs, say the ship is on his sinking or he's hanging from a cliff, though there's trembling in the heart of him. If he's English, there's a part of him that's permanently stiff. It's a stiff upper lip. Without it, your explorer simply isn't well equipped to keep a stiff upper lip. Do you think that one-eyed Nelson would have beat the froggy's back if his superior dental flap was even moderately slack? So keep a stiff upper lip. You'll never be the kind of Englishman we all admire, who proudly stood upon the burning deck reciting to the fire, or who shouted for
More ice!
on the Titanic as it sank, if your supralabial organ isn't stiffer than a plank. So take an Anglo-Saxophonic tip and keep a stiff upper lip. Keep a stiff upper lip. If you find it hard, then practice with a clip. But keep a stiff upper lip. When the natives in a friendly way invite you home for stew, don't even twitch a whisker when you find the stew is you. Just keep a stiff upper lip. And as you lounge there in the gravy, don't presume to find fault, more than to indicate politely that they've overdone the salt. And as the temperature increases and the heat becomes acute, apologize for sweating.
It must be this wretched suit.
Laugh it off with a sardonic quip. But keep a stiff upper lip. No Spaniard, I'll assert you, has this solid English virtue, while no garlic-eating Frenchman could decently attempt one, as seldom could Belgians. In southern spots where the sun so hot it burns like prussic acid, the labial vents of Arabian gents are permanently flaccid. But you're steady, stalwart British, never frivolous or skittish. Above the oral cavity is a miracle of gravity. So keep a stiff upper lip. All you need's an epidermis several centimeters thick. So keep a stiff upper lip. When the valiant Pom with some aplomb gave the savages their pants, he was aided in his mission by a rigid facial stance. It was his stiff upper lip. And as he sipped his gin and tea on a veranda in Nepal, how he imbibed the fluid was a mystery to them all. For it takes a special gift or a peculiar kind of nut
To sing Land of Open Glory with your mouth completely shut.
It's the sort of thing for which we get such jip.
So keep a stiff upper lip. Keep a stiff upper.
Though it positively gags you.
Keep a stiff upper.
Every Englishwoman begs you. Say no ifs, be no butter. Keep it stiff.
Keep it upper.
Keep it stiff.